Cervical cancer is the largest cause of cancer-related deaths in women in general in limited and middle-income countries. And it's caused by HPV, which is human papillomavirus, and it is 100% preventable. It can be prevented by vaccinating against HPV, but it can also be prevented because once HPV infection occurs, it has to persist for many, many years in order to cause the cancer. So because you have that long period in there, you can actually intervene and then kill the HPV, kill the cancer cells, the pre-cancer cells, and prevent the disease. So how about women living with HIV? Women living with HIV are more likely to acquire HPV infection, are more likely to have it persist, and are more likely to get disease as a result of it. And remember, there's that 15 years of pre-cancer prior to actually getting cancer, right? So what do we need to do? What does that mean for women with HIV? First thing it means is that almost certainly the best way to prevent cervical cancer in women living with HIV is to integrate their screening services into their HIV care, because they're already coming there. They're already engaged with their providers. It's not a hard service to provide once the women are there with you. We should also mention self-collection of specimens. Many, many women worldwide prefer to do a self-collected specimen that they collect themselves. And that would increase our reach into the communities that need this screening. Once women are screened, and if they are found to have HPV, there's a standard set of follow-up that occurs that's somewhat different for women with HIV than women without HIV, but which is entirely achievable. So because we can do this, because we're able to prevent HIV, the World Health Organization has developed a strategy for elimination of cervical cancer. Elimination of cervical cancer, which is currently a leading cause of cancer deaths in women worldwide. And that strategy is: one, vaccinate 90% of girls before age 15 to prevent acquiring HPV. Second is, among the women who have grown up without the benefit of vaccination, to do screening for HPV infection and then subsequent treatment if needed in at least 70% of those women. And then the third goal from the WHO is that among women who actually screen positive, 90% of them need to get appropriate follow-up and treatment. So the goal is that by 2030, we have achieved these parameters. That is in order to service the larger goal of decreasing incidence of cervical cancer and decreasing deaths from cervical cancer. The first goal among those is by 2045 to have increased both the cervical cancer rate and the death rate by almost 50%. And then over the next decades, get it down to essentially zero.
Okay, right? So we have to scale up vaccination, screening, and treatment to be in line with that goals, right?
Yes, in fact, you're identifying the challenge, right? The challenge is 80% of women living with HIV are living in sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa currently has limited ability to vaccinate, limited ability to screen, and limited ability to treat. That's one reason that integrating the services might help, because you already have some of the infrastructure there for women living with HIV. But for the larger population of women, there really needs to be an investment in vaccination for primary prevention and screening for secondary prevention.